Tornado emergency, a term people in Moore have become familiar with. The first time it was used, May 3rd, 1999 in Moore. It was used again almost 10 years ago during the May 20th, 2013 tornado, which also hit the same city. Amber Creasel and her husband Nathan knelt next to their bathtub, covering their 3 kids in their home next to the Moore Medical Center. The power of words helped them survive.
Closer to lunch, I started getting a little bit more nervous. You posted, actually, that I don't have a good feeling about this. And that pretty much confirmed my feelings. That I took that very seriously because I was like, okay, that's not good.
I had never said those exact words before, but I had a terrible feeling that day. Amber took notice and had a detailed plan and put it into action.
We picked up Kaylee at Plaza Towers, and I had told her teacher, stay weather aware.
Dr. Kim Cloko McLean is a social scientist with the National Weather Service who works to understand how people react to weather risks and how to improve communication.
This is a tornado emergency. This is higher than a tornado warning. This is the most significant of all warnings.
I asked Amber what impact hearing tornado emergency had on her.
It scared me to death. At that point, I was like, oh my goodness, this is real.
It was real. EF5 tornado real, life-changing real. The 200+ mile-per-hour winds had completely leveled their home.
It took me a minute, but I remember realizing we're outside now. Like, there's no walls. I mean, we're outside.
Nathan and Amber were injured, but had successfully shielded the girls. Now Amber uses her words and her story as a way to encourage others to have a plan when you hear the terms like we heard May 20th.
You need to be below ground immediately. Now is the time to go into your tornado shelter. We are not here to scare you, but this is a very large tornado, and we want you to understand the tone that we are using right now as a very serious situation, a life-threatening situation.
25 people, including 7 children, died in that storm.
There's probably nothing more heartbreaking than when we lose children in these events. And we were all heartbroken after May 20th.
Dr. Cloko McLean says communication is especially important when dynamics like children impact decision making.
It is so complicated what we're wrestling with, and try to make it actionable information and do that together and get people the information they need that connects with the decisions they're trying to make.
She believes there are several key areas to improve. The first is the shelter people choose based on their anxiety level.
One of the things we're seeing that's a disconnect is people are very, very anxious when tornadoes are possible, and they don't necessarily know how safe the buildings are that they are in, how resilient they can be to tornadoes.
Research shows that the survival rate for those sheltering in place is very high, even in violent tornadoes.
Best thing that we can do to speak into that space is to provide some of the information to help people make better, more informed decisions and to be calm.
Another area of focus is on the practice of getting into your vehicle and trying to flee from a tornado.
If you're going to flee, you have to have a place you're going to. You can't just think, I'm going to pick up in my car and drive and I'll be fine. The storms don't always behave in a really clear way.
To highlight Kim's point, I interviewed Chase Jones after the recent tornado outbreak in April. He, his wife, and their 3 children left their home and got caught in a tornado near Shawnee.
Started going down east and got down about a half a mile, and a whole barn, like a whole barn roof, came up and hit my headlights.
They were all okay, but Chase told me he's done with trying to flee.
I'm gonna buy me a storm shelter and put it in at the house, because I don't want to play them games no more.
Tornado safety varies a lot depending on a person's circumstances. It can't be a one-size-fits-all approach.
There are some places in the South where over half the housing stock is mobile and manufactured housing. And they have a very different set of problems for those communities in trying to address their needs than we do in Moore, where most of our housing stock is permanent homes.
It's simply not possible to just build tornado shelters everywhere. Other challenges we discussed were language barriers, overcoming dangerous myths, and reaching people in a very noisy culture. Now, one other thing we want to be crystal clear about. Tornado Alley hasn't shifted, it hasn't moved, and we all have to continue learning from the past so that precious lives can be saved in the future.